At best, they're a minor annoyance. At worst, they could cause a serious accident. And in recent weeks, potholes have become more of a problem.
Manchester has its fair share of poor road surfaces as it is, and after a winter it's always worse. But this winter, they're particularly bad. And they fill up with water, so you actually can't see them to avoid them. So that's particularly dangerous at that point, because you can go into a pothole that could be as much as 8 inches deep, which will have you off your bike.
This is an extreme example, but it's certainly what can happen.
And this wheel, what happens to it now? What happens to the bike?
There's nothing we can do about the wheel, really. It needs a replacement wheel.
As the snow and rain gets into cracks and then freezes, it expands and forces dirt and gravel out, leaving behind holes which, in extreme cases, can get bigger and bigger. Well, these potholes are some of the worst that we've found. The traffic's not got long when it comes around the corner to try to avoid them. While we've been here, we've seen some vehicles swerving properly into the other lane of oncoming traffic to try to miss them, and the cars that do hit them, you can really hear the impact and just imagine the damage that that's doing.
A lot of suspension damage, tyre damage, wheels damage, broken springs, that's a very common one, buckled wheels, slits in tyres, wheel alignment being knocked out, that kind of thing. You could have a small problem to start with your car. Hitting the pothole again could exacerbate that, make it worse.
It's estimated potholes cost drivers £320 million a year in repairs. There are several websites where motorists can report them. Details then get passed on to councils. Hundreds of thousands of pounds has already been put aside across the 10 boroughs to fix damaged roads.
They certainly can't fill every single hole. Quite often they're not aware of where there's a pothole, but most council websites, they have a facility where you can report online that there is a pothole. And it's made it very easy for people to report them. Once a council is aware of a pothole, then they can then target it to be repaired.
The advice is, while driving, try to avoid the potholes or slow down before you hit them, and if you do have an impact, carefully check your wheels and your tyres afterwards. James Webster, Channel M Today.